Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 17, Week 4. Today, we're taking a look at Lotus Orbange Chicken, taking on Bladefury Burgers, that's the Nick team, taking on the Wizard team. With me here as always is the Doctor of Dota, Randy.
Hello.
And if you're watching from this Nick team side, and you don't know, this starts right in the middle of pick phase now, the replays do, so we missed the first couple of bands. We also missed Nick's game last week, which, as I understand it, was basically a series where both teams picked Void in the worst Void games ever and did nothing with it and lost. To lead to a 1-1. This time we're picking...
These mid picks?
Yeah.
First picks? Or what? Like, what's going on?
Picking scary green people. First things first. This is almost certainly a mid-OD. I mean, they could hypothetically flex it off to support if they don't like it, which is likely. It seems to have been playing their books quite frequently with this team so far. I don't really like OD support, but I don't like Zeus support either in that own, so I guess anything can happen. Interesting bands out here. Most notably, DJ Curry Spirit got the Gyrocopter Respect band, which is kind of interesting. Seeing him come back a little bit into the meta. Actually, a lot of DJ Curry Spirit bands coming out here. Only the Viper really is for somebody else. Looking at Ramanola with that one. Meanwhile, Wizards is going after a bunch of auto heroes, except that one. That one is for Revolution Pyro, I'm guessing. Got a couple of auto heroes. The DP could really be just about anyone. Honestly, it would not even be surprising to me if it was a Doom ban for Otto von Bismarck, frankly. I could definitely see him doing some Doom support. He's a pretty good hero right now.
He sees him ban Nick's SB and then Ben's row. Pretty good. I like that. Already thinking ahead.
Yeah, that's true. I think it is a decent enough tell.
10 seconds.
I do think that could just as easily be quite a lot of squishy heroes, but that's probably the squishy ranged carry hero that they wanted least to deal with. So, if they set up a situation you don't think you're going to be able to take the win from, you get rid of that situation.
Dire team pick.
Lion.
This is a pretty sad Necro game already. He kinda doesn't have a Ghost Shroud in this game. He's going to need a very quick BKB. I think Ice is probably crazy if he wants to run it. I think when you are picking Necro, your first two picks look like this, the absolute best thing you can do is stick him on 3 and build a bunch of sustain. Just make him a gigantic, massive heal factory with some auras. Shiva's Guard, of course. Definitely the flavor of the month pick to go with that.
Dire team pick.
Doesn't help the regen, but you know, nice aura to make people look at you, to make people beat you up. VS coming out here. Saw some VS in our live game this week. We'll be seeing it again, presumably, on old DJ Curry Spirit.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Pick.
And Undying. So far this team's pretty weak on the old CC. Hypothetically, you could pick a pause 3 that's all about CC, but then you're guaranteed sending Necro to mid, and he's got a bad mid matchup and not a great place to like do things in this game, so that might be a bit rough. Still, outside of the fact that it doesn't have a stun, it's a very nice Undying pick so far. Something OD really can't deal with at all. Deals quite nicely with him. Like, Tombstone super sucks for that guy. He can't kill it very well, and he's fragile enough. Those zombies really, like, the damage on him really adds up.
Radiant team pick. Lena. Dire team.
Lena.
Okay.
It's a good answer to Undying.
Venom.
Okay.
Venom answer ain't bad either.
Lena carry. Interesting.
More than likely, yeah. Could hypothetically
Don't think
be.
I've seen this win a game in over 365 days, but
Could hypothetically
work.
be OD3
10
Lita 2,
seconds remaining.
realistically. And Venom on the
5
supports.
Nobody's
seconds
much.
remaining.
Most likely. But the possibility at least exists. Alina mid has been pretty popular recently. Saw US Danny run it. Last week, I think. It's been happening a lot in pubs and what have you.
Riki.
That's not
Okay.
something I expected to be happening. That's a really good pick here, actually.
Lena is not a hero.
Yeah. Lena's not a hero, and for that matter, OD isn't much of a hero either.
This game's not looking good, I'll be real with you. I hate Lena Pause 1 already, it's especially terrible right now.
Yeah, it's great into everybody else. She doesn't care about anybody else on this team. But the worst part is you have a VS, so Ricky can just drop a smoke cloud wherever he wants and then just swap Lena into it. I mean, it's kind of bad.
10 seconds remaining.
You can drop the whole Sim City if you want. You can drop a tombstone and a smoke cloud on the spot and then swap Lena into it. And either you have to watch Ricky just eat Lena for free, or all of her teammates have to awkwardly charge in and try to save her into all the Undying mess, when she's the only one who can really do anything about it and get shredded. So, very good pick. If the execution factor comes out right anyway.
Lambert.
Even if the execution factor is poor, and the coordination from the supports and the Ricky aren't there, even if things are bad, it's still
It's
not
Lizard.
too, it is Lizard.
That's it. Yeah. I don't know.
But
Dire team
even if, like, well, what I'm saying is, even if everything is bad, Ricky and Alina is still horrible for Lena. To the point where I would not be surprised if they flex it somewhere, like it's that unplayable. We have already seen this team do some interesting flex-type action. That's what won them so decisively back in their Week 1 game,
10 seconds remaining.
is having a situation where one team picked all around the idea of a Pause 1 Alchemist, and then it got flipped out, the script got flipped, and he went to support line.
Dire team pick.
Still, so far, this 4v4 feels like it heavily favors Wizard team. Interesting.
Two offlane last picks.
Yeah,
10
At least
seconds
presumably.
remaining.
I think if you're Lotus Orbange chicken, the smartest thing you can do is just OD3 Lena 2, get somebody Pause 1 here who will actually have a game against Ricky. I don't think you have a hope in hell with Lena Pause 1 unless you have the world's greatest last pick. Thinking about it here.
Pick.
Bringing up the Sand King. Not a bad thing to bring up, to be honest with you. It does mean, likely, you're going to have Necro mid, and I don't like him, really. I mean, this is a terrible Necro game in general. He doesn't do anything here, no matter where you send him. So I'd really have just rather had him on 3, to be honest with you.
Remaining.
But Sand King's not a bad
Throw it
pickup
up.
here. He's got CC, he's got quite a lot of it, in fact. Once he gets Ags, he can do that inside the Ricky Sandstorm just to make it an even more fun experience. Just make the game absolutely unplayable when your BKB isn't up.
How to counter Ricky.
Well, like I said, I think you just shunt off Lena to somewhere else and just pick a
Yeah,
different
assuming
plus
that's not happening. How to counter Ricky.
You can't. If you don't, it's
Oh.
like the Bladefury burgers need to throw. I don't think it's winnable unless you do that.
It's not looking good then, I'll be real with you.
They've done it before. This team has, if anything, I would say it's the most notable factor of this team is their willingness to flex. Did not do that today, though. I've decided to go with Slardar, who is like,
That's a Ricky
okay,
counter.
into
in
Ricky.
theory.
It's an invis counter. It's not really a Ricky counter, per se. He can reveal where Ricky is. You can see Ricky just fine. But he's not really any better than anyone else at actually killing him when he can't see him. Arguably, outside of the process of actually revealing the guy, the Slardar arguably has a worse go about it than most heroes do. You know, is very reliant on both his skills and his right clicks actually connecting. You know, Slardar's 4-hit counter does not increment when he misses. So, Smoke Cloud, pretty annoying for you. Really, your role this game is to point out and point at the Ricky so that the OD and presumably the Lion or Venomancer or both can get rid of him. But the problem is that I feel like they've just kind of answered that and nothing else. I mean, look at this as a Sand King game, right? Like, again, outside of being able to be revealed in Sandstorm, which is such an obvious tell ability anyway that it doesn't really matter that much. You already know where Sand King is all the time during it, basically.
Yes.
Outside of the ability to reveal him in the Sandstorm, he's not really answered in any capacity, and you got some real squishy dudes, and that OD jail only works on one guy, right? Like, Sand King hits R, he hits Q in the fight, he stuns 3 guys on your team. What are you gonna do? You jail 1 and let 1 live. If Lina is in the Sand King ult, she's dead. Every time that happens to her, she's gonna die. If OD is in the Sand King ult and for some reason does not have his W up, if he is in that and for some reason doesn't say all of his voice chat lines, doesn't have his W up, let's say for example, the Ricky Smoke Cloud falls on his head and he is therefore silenced and doesn't have Force Staff at the moment or is stunned inside, and then Sand King does that, right? Let's say that happens to the OD and he can't W, he's guaranteed dead. Even though Slardar's not the best at surviving, and he's gonna really need to hurry up and get some kind of mana, some kind of magic resist item, which is a bit unfortunate in this particular meta, because right now, Pause 3s would much rather build all about physical damage, right? You know, they would rather get the Eternal Shroud and have only that to worry about the magic damage with. And they would rather just have a team that's going to be nice and right-clicky focused to be able to get, you know, your Shivas, to be able to depend on that, to be able to just go balls to the wall on the offense. That's not what's going to happen for him this game. In this game, he's going to just kind of need a pipe. At the very least. If nothing else, he's going to need to get an Eternal Shroud, and his other guys are going to need to get very early BKBs. I mean, Necro shouldn't do anything this game, but if you don't buy any magic resist or immunity items, and of course he's going to, Lena's going to die in 2 seconds if this guy doesn't die in 2 seconds, you know what I mean? It's a lot. The execution factor for Lotus Orbange Chicken is really high. Oh, hello, Wizard. Bit of an awkward meeting there.
The worst Lina game I've ever seen. I'll be real with you.
So we're saying all
So
that he's inevitably going to win now. Because of, as we said...
I don't think it's, like, physically possible. Like, otherwise I'd say it's possible, but...
Well, with that all being said, it's time to run down. Well, it's time for a little fight here, actually, is what it is. Lotus actually got himself very low here. Ramonolo was in a better position to do something about that. I think he's dead. Slightly unfortunate. Somebody is actually dead, as it turns out. Let's take a look at that happening. Was he just getting annoyingly body blocked by Nick up here? Ghouls with trying to buy Slaughter a little bit of time. He might be dead. Ricky's fine. He just has his W and he doesn't have enough mana for it, so he's going to live. It's time for the roll call. So on Team Lotus Orbange Chicken. Pause 1, you've got Evolution Pyro, who is unfortunately on the lane of this game. Pause 2, you've got 2x dodge. Yeah, this was usually Chobro. I have no idea if it is right
Dire's
now.
middle tower
I can't
is
even
under
see his
attack.
avatar for some reason. But it's supposed to be Chobro. This might be it. If you're this guy, please go to your socials and adopt the proname so I know who you are. Pause 3, captain of the team, you've got Nick on the Slardar. Pause 4, you've got Ghouls, who I believe is full-time in here on the Lion. And pause 5, you've got Otto von Bismarck on the Venomancer. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, on the Bladefury Burgers, pause 1, you've got Lambert on the Ricky. Slardar needs to be really careful here. He's in quite deep. Yeah, he's dead. Oh my god, the magic stick almost saved him. Great double stun there. I think that stun even stunned one of the tombstone zombies. Ricky is going under the tower for this. A little nuts.
Zombies got him too. Wow.
El
Double
Wombo
kill for the
combo
zombies.
perfecto coming out here. The tombstone is still up, which meant even if Slardar just started running for Wizard, he couldn't actually feasibly kill him. Very sad. Pause 2, you've got Ice on the Necro. Pause 3, you've got Ramanolo on the Sand Kings, getting a little bullied over here. Pause 4, you've got DJ Curry Spice on the Vengeful Spirit. And pause 5, you've got Captain of the Team Wizard on the Undying. Ramanolo going for a bracer here, which isn't a bad idea. Should have stunned for that, I think. Should have stunned for that because he didn't. I think now he dies. Oh, he's got enough for Sandstorm. He better use it. There we go. So Ramanolo is gonna live this. The Sandstorm stopped. That's actually a little sad. Could have had a little clever moment there of having the VS run around with it inside the Sandstorm there, but we're not gonna be seeing that timeline. So the good news is, at the very least, it does mean that Lina now has an assist and the second highest amount of last hits, right after the Necro, who is owning this lane. This is going a lot better for him than I thought it was going to be. I guess
This lane, yeah.
I guess it's a simple matter of experience here, perhaps tilting this battle. Ice is a longtime mid player. He is one of the higher MMR players in the league. I think he's a legend. Chobro, if this is really Chobro, relatively low, relatively recent. Notably has a smaller little badge by his OD icon than Ice does by his Necro. I think that's likely got a lot to do with it. Manolo getting pretty annoyed here. I think Otto von Bismarck rightfully realizes that A, this is going to be a very hard game for the Lina, and B, it's going to be a very good game for the Sand King. He sees Zelina is doing more or less well for herself, and is therefore just trying as hard as he can to specifically bully out the Sand King. Sacrifice a lot for this lane. Okay, how did that happen? I just got double stunned in front of the Slardar. Does not have enough mana for a tombstone. Just barely had enough. Right when he died, that's very sad. I think if he does and he puts the tombstone right under the tower, it gets really rough. The wave is not actually there to tank on it. Slardar is going to be very aggressive here in the lane. I'm going to find much success for it, huh? Oh, just has the courier where he's about to TP. This has, it's Ricky's the trade out just a little more. Ramanolo being a little frustrated, I think, with this Venomancer going quite deep for him, and finding out the hard way that there's a sentry here. Otto is going to have to be a little careful here. He is still kind of one Sand King Q away from an untimely demise. He's going all on his W right now, though. Oh no, Ice is going to miss his catapult. Oh, never mind, he's got it. He's level 6 already. He does have his scythe, but nobody is really low. Yeah, it's a little much. Here's a scythe, nobody's really low. He's gonna get a regen rune. Oh, somebody's TPing for Wizard here under the tower. I don't know why Bismarck has decided to rotate here. Ice is looking for him, but he's coming in the wrong way. He's gonna be walking right past him, right past everybody, really. I'm going to find the only full health target in this entire lane as a result, which is a bit sad. Really doesn't have anything to do as a result of this. Oh no, he's gonna drop it on the line, I guess. That's fine. This should be a good time for this off lane to try and turn it around a bit, but they're not really doing that. Both just sitting here very low, no regen at all on either of them. If you're in a situation like this, you'd really rather be bringing in some, you know, tangos, some Saz, some clarities. Well, really some tangos and Saz, because they're both just low on HP. Bringing in some sustain. You know, if you're able to sit back, pop a Sav, and then get back into it as a Sand King there when you see the Venomancer TP, then you can just kill the Lina for free. That's second highest net worth, or second highest let sits in the game on that Lina. You just kill the Lina for free. Instead, she has double Ricky's last hits, because this has been very relaxed for her. Now, the question of whether or not that means anything is a very different one. This is an awesome, Oh, trying very hard to preserve the slaughter of life here. Blood grenade going out from the
the dodge. Dodge the stun. Lambert too good. Okay, doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Ricky does no damage.
Never mind, it matters suddenly. Lambert, strength treads! Ghoul's locked under tombstone? Oh no, okay, that's fine. Oh no, Ice is coming! It's okay, Ghoul's is not crazy enough to stick around here. He is running for the hills. But unfortunate. The, Aggro's just kind of taking a step out of lane here to achieve very little. I believe he is going to, yeah, just tag out here with the Ricky. Gonna let Ricky take a minute here to, have some fun at mid, where, his lane opponent has been a little destroyed. To the point where, it doesn't look like Ricky was the safe laner who came down to mid. It looks like Ricky was the mid who just barely lost to OD. That's how, close they are right now. Sand King's done with this lane. He is like, screw this. It's Ancient's time. Hard to blame him. This Lina has to be doing really good to matter this game. And she's doing only one really worth of good. It's not quite enough. Undying. This been taking a lot of punishment. Back up now coming for him here. Scythe is gonna swing and a miss on Ghouls here. But Lambert comes in at the last second. He even tricks of the trades his courier just to be a dick. So in the end, it's really all okay. Of course, he'd probably rather... What? Wait a minute, what do you mean his courier died? What happened to his courier? No, OD, what are you doing?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
What kind of strategy is that? Is that what pros are doing this day and age? Tank the tower with their courier so they can secure range creeps?
Yeah, do it.
I know I remember things going. I'm sure there's going to be somebody in the comments saying, actually doing this play, one TI-17.
Death's bounty.
TI 2017?
No, TI-17. It's happening soon. It'll also be the decisive play at TI-82. I kinda doubt that, Slardar. We're the Manta style. But, okay, DJ Curry Spirit, gonna go down here. Go over the quick Manta style. Considering there's really only that armor break, it is gonna be a bit annoying for Slaughter, though. Cooldown on Corrosive Haze is almost low enough to match that, you know, you're just gonna be able to pop it again, so... Won't be too bad. Necro, feeling a bit of the effects of this mid matchup, is constantly finding himself pretty low on mana.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Well, Sardar's gonna try and do something there, but sadly he's going to miss several times in a row. But he's gonna take the Undying at
okay.
least.
Rest in peace.
I feel like the longer these lanes are, this lane has been going, the worse it's been getting for the Dire. I think maybe it would be a good time to just start looking at somebody and get him the death ball going. Take a look at the net worth chart here. It's pretty mixed results. Lina and Slart are both trailing the Necro pretty closely. Ricky and OD and the Sand King quite a bit more distant. 2,000 gold separates Sand King from Necro here. So it's quite disparate results. And might get worse here. Nolo taking a lot of fire. Ooh,
Oh,
good use of the Q there.
raindrops. Easy.
Yeah, raindrops falling on his head there.
Secondary infection.
Wizard gives him a nice tango. He has a Sav as well. Which is nice, but it's a little too little, a little too late. Better to get that before you've already been rocked. VS passive too. I wasn't even really thinking about that, to be honest with you, but just to make things worth Ricky with 25% more damage, and you know, a 6 armor reduction on the Lina, and she's also going to be tanking 25% damage reduction. And when she doesn't have BKB up, I guess I should say. Feels very rough. Feels very rough. It means that realistically, once that BKB gets to be 6 seconds long, realistically, Lina is not even going to get to outscale Ricky unless he falls off really hard. Like, unless he is begging for scraps under an overpass. And he just found 4 bounty runes, which is, as it turns out, the Wombo Combo Perfecto that he's always been talking about.
Yeah.
Thardar going deep into the jungle here, looking for VS. Is going to do a little more than get rid of her Watcher. OD getting harassed here, but without any kind of...
Until you get the few, sadly.
Yeah. Until the Diffie comes out, or unless you're doing that around some kind of stun or slow. Not going to be doing terribly much.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Would have needed Ghost Shroud for that to really work. Everybody is more than willing to let Evolution Pyro get all of his HP back. Wizard is more than willing to pop his ult for some reason. That was a very ambitious ult there. 2 very ambitious ults. Okay, this is not how you play against this Lina, guys. You gotta not do that. You gotta not hit all your big buttons 1 second before your untimely death. 2 more guys coming down here now. But are not even gonna try and go for this Lina. The death ball has now begun. What was it? Your ult persists through death, okay.
Yes, apparently.
I did not think about that fact.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't know why it does. Like, no other spell in the game has that effect.
I assume because to make it so you can use it with your trait, level 25. Or no.
Nope.
No, they took that out.
So there's absolutely no reason. It's just inconsistent for
yeah,
no
it's
reason. Cool.
I assume it was for that, and now it just kind of randomly does it as a legacy of that, and Ricky just randomly kills the Lina in the jungle here. In a preview of what I assume is, well, at least for Wizard's sake, what I hope will be a common recurring trend through this game. They've also found Autobomb Bismarck, just as a little bit of added compensation, and down he goes. Just gets the whole world dropped on his head. Second Reaper Scythe of the game here on this Necro, who got that would be quite something, got Radiance, as I was yammering on earlier. I saw it happen, but I was busy talking about something else at the time. Also got his shards, so he did get something from Aghanim, just not the item that most people mean when they say that word.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
You know, it's kind of awkward to have Aghanim Scepter, Aghanim Shard, and Moon Shard all in the game.
Moon Shard is just Moon Shard. Aghanim
Yep.
Shard is Shard, and then Aghanim Scepter is Ags.
Yeah,
Or
that's
Scepter.
true, but I would imagine if you're somebody who doesn't,
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
you know, play a lot of Dota, if you're getting into it, it's just another thing on top of the stack.
Dire are scanning.
I wonder how many times in history somebody's been like, hey, get your
New
shard.
players.
Get your shard. Okay, Moon Shard.
New players now implying they exist.
Thinking, looking at the Slardar up at top. Ricky also looking at the Slardar on top. My god. They're not happy to see Mr. Slardar.
Alright, goodbye. Maybe.
Yeah, he's just gonna stay
Ricky
in that
does no
smoke
damage.
cloud.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ricky doing no damage doesn't matter much when Slardar also does no damage, courtesy of the smoke cloud. He's going to get his Manta in fairly soon. Yasha's out already. We're looking at, this is a very awkward position for the Lion to be, I gotta say. Just gonna casually die here. I thought this would be a pretty bad Necro game, but so far it's been a-okay for him. He's just been so far ahead of everybody else. It really does not matter how bad it is. He's going for an early BKB, and he can actually kind of afford to do that here, which is unusual for a Necro. Usually that's just the kiss of death.
Oh,
As Chobro has to realize, oh no. That he
forced
turned
up.
from Chobro to oh no bro real quick.
no. Reaper sight.
Third Reaper Scythe, no. That's Undying, so it is, yes, third Reaper Scythe coming out here. 8 HP and 4 mana regen. You know, a long time ago, 3 Reaper Scythes would have meant a lot. Now you have to get like 30 to even feel it, but you know how it goes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So this isn't good. Over the course of the last couple of minutes, Lina randomly just got chopped in the GG jungle in a 1v1. Slardar just randomly got chopped on 2 different occasions, really. The, rip that ward. The OD just got randomly picked. It's definitely looking like right now, Ice is walking into 5 for no reason because he's getting really overconfident.
It's fun.
He's, getting less
Might
fun.
not be fine if the Slaughter. Oh, what a
What a
finish.
jail. Too bad that OG saw Slardar's team. Slardar's going
that's
deep
true,
just for
actually.
the
Okay,
Necro.
cringe, never mind. Dude, I saw that and I thought, like, it had to have been a save. It was... My brain couldn't comprehend the truth.
Shoutouts to Chopra.
Sorry, dude. my deepest sympathy.
My deepest sympathies.
Exactly.
Under attack.
My deepest. Oh my god.
He doesn't have a Yule Scepter, Andy.
Radiant's
Oh
tower
dear.
is under
Well, that was unfortunate. That was a bit of a messed up execution. And while we were watching Slardar kind of run deep looking for the Necro in that fight, we kind of missed the Ramanolo. As predicted, Ramanolo just gets to ult on top of Lina's head, and she just dies. No consequences. 2 for nothing, 1,000 gold falls into the Dire's pockets, mostly into the hands of the cores, though with a special note for VS, who picked up 477 gold from that deal, somehow walking away with the lion's share. Ice and Auto and Bismarck gonna say hello to each other. Okay. Can't bloody believe that.
Radiant's
That only
bottom
happened because of me ping.
tower.
Never happened. Would have never happened if I was still in the UK. So Necro is kind of operating deep behind the lines here with not a lot of sustain, but that has been plenty for him. He's actually jumped off the BKB here, which I guess
Radiant's bottom
does stand to reason. I mean, the BKB of this game is a very useful item, but if the last 5-10 minutes has shown everything, clearly it is not actually needed all that badly.
middle tower.
So far, the only guy who's really shown himself to be a threat at all is Slardar, who doesn't really care about BKB much. Or maybe the better way to put it is he's the only guy who does care about the Ghost Shroud. So, build for him. Get tanky and Ghost Shroud through it.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Lambert is very bored. So, I'm sorry, Lambert. I promise things will get more exciting for you. Because the other team requested this game, so...
Radiant's middle tower is
Sand
under
King
attack.
picks up a Veil of Discord here. This is
Dire's
like
top tower is under
God's
attack.
gift to Shiva's guard games. He's actually a nutcase if he doesn't immediately get that. It's super good against Lina, it's pretty good against the Slardar, and you've got so much spell damage to amp from it. Not just the Necro, but goddamn, you and the Necro sure put out a lot. Not just the Necro, it's also going to mean the Magic Missile actually kind of feels like a skill, you know? It's going to make those big slow rips actually do a little bit of damage. It's going to get Undying to TP out here. Make sure this tower doesn't get run over. Boy, this skin for Undying sure has a goofy ult. You hit Ari and it turned into some big fat dude. You look like the comic relief in an Illumination movie. No, what am I saying? You look like the comic relief in an odd Streamworks movie. Really. Heart now up on the Necro. Sadly a shadow of what it once was. Especially if you're Necro and you actually kind of liked the HP pool. But not a bad thing to have regardless. Ricky here to feast. And waits till Lion is already under tower to start the go.
Nice.
Odie shows up, thinks about the save, and decides not to, actually, in the end. Saves are pretty hard. Slardar realizes everybody disappeared and gets really antsy. And
Oh.
he was right too.
Can't repeat what happened earlier, you know.
It's true. That is absolutely true. Lena looking for Gleipnir here.
Good. Guy bought BKB recipe before Ogre Club. Well,
Yeah, he did.
Radiant's
Man
middle
hates
tower
strength.
is
He's
under
gonna have it
attack.
soon.
hate strength. I hate strength on Lena too, but you know,
Not that much. And this is gonna be.
not
It
so
is,
much about my useless item that does nothing.
Radiant structures
yeah, literally nothing. This isn't like a caster's being mean and flaming the item. I mean, the recipe
recipe actually
literally
does
does
nothing,
nothing.
yeah.
It is
It actually
statistically
has-
zero.
Yeah, yeah.
BKB is up. It is the 9-second BKB especially is going to be
Radiant's middle
a
tower has
major deal. Like when that BKB
It's gonna
hits
be big.
6 seconds, Lena is gone. Until that BKB hits 6 seconds, she actually does have an opportunity to, if nothing else, turn around, make some time, make some tracks here. It's not going to do that much against the Ricky, though getting rid of the smoke cloud effect will be quite nice. But everybody else on this team kind of doesn't do anything to a BKB. Everybody else is very cast dependent. You don't have anybody who right clicks or has anything that penetrates it, so. Dire taking this time to farm up the Radiance Triangle. Putting the farm up, of most notable benefit to the Sand King, who is
under attack.
quite behind at the moment. Ricky gets turned into a frog for trying to kill the Veno Plague Wards. And he will just have to slink over to the T2, which he is just murdering right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It'll
Radiant's
kill the-
top
oh,
tower
man.
has fallen.
I was really hoping that Plague Ward would kill the Tormentor. Actually really don't have the damage to do this. They do bait out the Venomancer by doing it though. Just take him out for free.
Was your time.
Pretty sharp for the Sand King, so now he has IBS. Here is the 9-second BKB. It is, well, it's effective enough, but in this case, she just kind of gets to hit it and then run home. Great swap there. Damage block on the swap just eats the Lion Finger of Death and preserves Ricky's first life at a cost of only 35 seconds. Lina is back. Her BKB is down right now, so she's going to be in a lot of danger here. And indeed is going to die with no buyback. Holy crap. Everybody dies now, actually, as it turns out. 4 buybacks. Ice Frog. A word, please. Do not allow this gameplay. Do not allow 4 buybacks to happen at 26 minutes. That's actually insane. And what do you know? Ricky's dead because of it. I don't know who told Ice Frog that buybacks being this cheap and available are okay, but he really should have rethought it.
It doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, the Ricky is still just plowing here.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
We'll only be able to get this one Rex. Yeah, somebody is actually calling for the T3 mid here,
Radiant's
though.
top barracks has fallen.
Necro's calling to keep going, which is pretty brave. Ricky no longer has the Aegis. I'm gonna really just have him look at the uphill. That was a very well-timed LSA. He takes a lot of damage here. So does the Necro as well. Shanking gonna... Oh, good swap. Very good swap, actually. Wow. PS is going to take a bullet for old...
They're hard uphill as they're murdering them and it's still like this annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, they got 8 people on that uphill. They left too, and then they had to retreat. Ice Frog, please, God, stop this from being a viable strategy. I don't care what you have to do, just stop this. G-Raf had an idea that maybe buybacks should be, like, limited, right? That, like, you have a pool of them as a team, and that you can't just drop 5 in a row. Which, would be nice for situations like the one we saw there. Still, oh wow, that counted that whole thing as 1 fight. 4,000 gold goes into the hands of the Radiant here, who only lose 3, only 2 not including the Ricky Aegis. Why is Ricky dying? Oh, he's doing Tormentor. Only 2, not counting the Ricky Aegis. Lost top racks and really nothing else. But a lot of buys coming out there. Soldier Fortune as well. Ricky looking for Disperser, because that's what flavor this month is. Ricky, well, he's got the Disperser queued, but he actually bought an entire Ags instead. So now he's got that the funny tricks of the trade hiding thing. Which is pretty core on him. Honestly, I would not be surprised if one day the the parts of the tricks of the trade that aren't hiding in a guy are just like a talent or something. It seems pretty crucial to your like mid to late game. DD on Ricky as if he needed any more damage. He's actually looking in the right place to find Lina, but Lina sees no Ricky, and as a result is going to fly as fast as humanly possible away.
She gone.
Yep. Scanning.
That was such a quick and dramatic flight that it was almost suspicious. Like, I don't know why she did that. She was just casually farming, and then the second Ricky is off the map, she's like, allow me to run the hell away and then TP. And it was the right move. It was the right move, so there is that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, fake Ricky! They LSA'd the fake Ricky! No! Where she got the Venomancer here to pretty much mean that slow sieges is not really a thing you can do. IBS helping Sand King cut this wave. Kind of a mutual wave cutting going on here. Sardar once again sees guys leave the map, and what? Oh, that's unfortunate. Sardar once again sees guys leaving the map and understands immediately what that means. But he does not quite get away in fast. Ramanolo point guarding him there. Just gets right in his way. And does indeed get the Shiva's guard here. You get the travels first. Ice is kind of in the middle of 5, but that's okay. He's just going to hit BK. Okay, that's awkward. He's going to hit BKB. I don't know if the Lion really needed the Scythe. I think maybe it would have been better to save that at this point, but... Auto on Bismarck looking for a self-deny on the creep camp. Actually use the Psychic Headbands active there, which I feel like you never see in LD2L games.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Did not get the job done though. So with 3 dead, they will now uphill. Immediately find a glyph, immediately glyph right back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wizard has opted to hide inside of his tombstone for the time being. There we go. The process of taking out that T3 was so long, everybody on the Radiant is already back. Hey, Ricky doing things. Okay, that's on a wave. They found ice. Okay, that was scary. You device Necro very close to his Ags here. Lion, oh my god, is not even a hero anymore. Holy crap. Sand King gonna go deep in on the OD here. Unfortunately, the actual go there was a little delayed, maybe because he's playing out of Europe. OD is going to get an ult there, is going to get rid of the Sand King, but he's already ulted, so I don't think he's that sad about it. Disperser now out on Ricky, who almost just got slaughtered on the Fountain Well.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
This is the picture of this season. You see this? This is the picture of this season. Oh my god. VS's swap almost proved disastrous for the Necro. I think he was really not in the right place to take any advantage of it. Let's take a look at buyback status. No buybacks on the board at all, really. Which I guess isn't surprising. It's early enough in the game, you really almost can't save for buyback.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I saw a site suspiciously close to illusion. I think it's a Ricky one though.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
So
He has 7 size and has the kill regen thing, so I'm guessing probably not.
Yeah, he's scythe Nick. But at first, you know, you see a scythe that close to an illusion, you're thinking for a second, you know?
Yeah. It gets you noggin jogging, it gets the mega creeps.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. The Dire now have
Lena. Getting bored, Lena? It's okay, the Undying is perfectly happy to speed up ending the game. Wow! This is the first time this season that a team has been in this scenario and not
middle tower
taken 50 minutes to end the game? Holy crap! Wow.
Dire
I think last week we kind of saw Bladefury burgers in their game 2. Maybe their lowest point, right? It felt like their draft was whack, their play was coming out pretty whack. It was all going wrong. It was all darkness and gloom and despair in the world. This is Bladefury burgers kind of at their best, on the other hand. This was a well done draft. Well put together draft. The only hitching point was Necro. But it never felt like they were actually able to capitalize on the Necro pick. It did not feel like they could actually ever do anything about him. Evolution Pyro had a really good lane in spite of that. Definitely well better than he should have. And I did give Ramanol a lot of crap, but Pyro and Otto did play it quite well. I mean, Otto goddamn better. He's Ancient 4 or whatever. But,
That's 500 ping, what do you mean?
yeah, there you go. But the Necro, just, like, this is a bad Necro game and he went 9-0 and 15. This is an awesome Ricky game and he got 15 kills, so, you know. I think it's 1 deathless in lane. Like, Lambert just got to eat here. Lambert and Ice just got to walk all over him. Ramanolo was more than happy to play base. Had a few good Curry Spirit moments as well. And Wizard brought it all together, so yeah, there you go. Definitely one for the highlight reel if you're on the Bladefury Burgers team. If you're on the Lotus Orbange Chicken team, don't pick Lina Paz 1. Like,
So
just
bad.
flex it, dude. Just flex it. Imagine how much better this game goes for you for flex Selena mid and just have a pause 1 that doesn't die in 1 second when Ricky looks at you. Come on now. We'll see what happens in the next game.